Jesus! And it's a walk-off win for Cal on the road in overtime. A career game from their receiver. A career game from their freshman quarterback.
Hurts for a minute.
What a game for Daniels. 307 yards passing. Once more. In the corner of the end zone. Did Coleman catch that?
Wow.
Are you kidding? Wow. Somehow that ball found Coleman's hands behind Martell Height.
It's football because Martell Height. That's amazing tracking ability.
Another young man back here in Michigan, as he also played at Michigan State prior in his career. Firing that throw. What a tremendous one-handed grab. Hauled in on that catch by Jacob Harris. Harris laid out and made a tremendous catch.
That is unbelievable work by Jacob Harris. That's a clean catch down.
Play clock down to 3. They get it off from the 49. Second down. Navarro scrambling as he has been so many times tonight. Lofts it up for grabs. Harris has it. Inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown.
Clock ticks down. 35 seconds and counting. Flames trying to bring pressure. The throw to the end zone. Caught! It's caught! Touchdown Bears! Tristan Gardner and the veteran quarterback has led his team on a huge comeback in the final moments of this ball game.
Kirby Moore to try to pick the spots in this game to give him an opportunity to push the ball downfield.
And also lean on this guy, Ahmad Hardy. 4th leading rusher in the country is showing you what he's all about. What a great opening play by Mizzou to go to Hardy and do that.
Averaging over 48. A line drive. And fielded by Carlos Hernandez. Hernandez on the loose, looking for an alley. Up the sideline. Got a wave of blockers. Hernandez. Pop clutch. Hernandez touchdown. The Demon Deacons with a deke.
Carlos Hernandez returned for a touchdown.
He took it back 88 yards.
Strong runner with a little bit of twitch and make you miss.
Second down and 6. And room for Frazier. He's inside the 10. And Frazier dives. They're going to say he's out of bounds at the 4. But it's a 31-yard run for Nate Frazier.
It is just absolute clinic right now. They're not going to stop. Case in point. Penalty, Singleton. Not going to matter.
Wow. Confusion on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Still 7 on the play clock. Simpson ends zone. Ryan Williams. Touchdown.
Chambliss looking to throw. Ball's tapped and batted around and caught for a touchdown. Winston Watkins from 11 yards out will get credit for the touchdown catch.
From just outside the 40-yard line, the punt results in a touchback. Dukes want to heave one long again. Man-to-man coverage. Hauled in. Tavares all the way to the end zone. And lightning strikes for the JMU Dukes.
Pavia, that was an intended pass. He just takes off running.
Diego out the backside. Against his body, Richardson. He's got it, and he's down inside the 20.
Offensive coordinator Mike Piatkowski, both of them, as Ryan and I did our conversations with the coaches this week, telling us how very impressed they've been with their work of late. On this bowling return is Kadarius Roberts. Roberts has come free. Roberts still alive. Outstanding return from the 5'8" senior out of the state of Florida, Kadarius Roberts.
Everything's been a check down, a short pass, a screen. Here they come. Rodgers puts the hit on the QB. It's caught downfield. First down Memphis inside the 30, back to old reliable
on White. Just kind of overruns the football. And White comes back to catch it. Excuse me. Graham comes.
Craig gets away from Powell, throws on the run, and it is caught. Cam Henry at the 6-yard line. Craig on the scramble. Good strong throw.
Kansas shows pressure. They back off. It's a run with Craig. He's got a lead! Touchdown, Arizona!
So Shields was hit on 3rd and 7, but got his man downfield. It's Wayne Harris taken out of the 25 on a monster shot by Fields.
What a hit by Fields, but Matt, this throw.
So again, I would expect them to run the ball early and try to move the pocket with Owen McCown.
The American Offensive Player of the Week rightly deserves McCown play fake on first down, and it's picked off on first down. And we are running with the Bulls on the first play of the game.
Two running back look to begin with Mahdi and Craig both in. This is Ismail Mahdi with the lane. Mahdi with the cut. Made a man miss into plus territory. Ankles broken. Lyric rolls.
1st and 20. 2 on the wide sides of the right for Jackson as he's stepping up and he's going for a lot. He's got a man wide open, making the catch at the 35 and being brought down from behind.
Thank you, Kelly. That tempo spread offense on full display right now for Kennesaw State. Play flake. And going downfield is Odom. And the catch is made by Kopic. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
And now he's got man coverage downfield. It is caught. And a pylon touch for J.J. Hester. Touchdown, Kentucky. 29-yard strike for Bowling. What amazing awareness by Hester to put the ball on the pylon for the score.
Yeah, that was a beautiful run, too. What a jump cut off the inside zone he made. I really like him. I think he's a heck of a football player.
Now a little flea flicker. They're going to throw it back to Klubnik. Pursuit coming. They're going to throw into the end zone. It's caught! Oh, my goodness. Antonio Williams. Plus field territory. Randall back to Klubnik. And a flea flicker throw for Antonio Williams. Edwin Joseph is there, and Williams.
Fake handoff from quarterback Joshua Wood, pressured, throws it deep downfield, and it is caught! Michael Graves, the big play receiver with the biggest of the season.
We've thought about that all off season, all year long, and you can tell they are locked in. Reed on 2nd and 12. Look at Marcel Reed. One cut, and all of a sudden, A&M is inside the 15 with another first down.
Here we go. Play action. Taking a shot. End zone and intercepted. DeJuan Lewis coming over from his safety position to intercept his first pass of the season.
He had the 80-yard scoop and score last week. Makes possibly the biggest defensive play of the game for the Coyotes. DeJuan Lewis crushing them right now.
Great honor to have, I believe so, as an equipment manager.
Gagliano launching deep over the middle and a catch.
Cam Lacey in stride. Touchdown.
They've only got 167 total yards to this point. Back, seam shot, in stride, Keelan Marion splits the safeties. Touchdown. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Kind of like a zero blitz type of situation. Davian Kerr looks like he tries to undercut the quick slant route and takes a bad angle.
They need some yards here on 2nd and 10. Creel back to pass his pressure, and he's got a lot of space on the far sideline across the 40, across the 50, out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Caden Creel, that is
2:34 left to go, down by 1. 3 timeouts left for Delaware. Delaware needs to get to the 40-yard line. And they don't get to the 40. They do throw an interception, though. And Jacob Fields will take it all the way back. The 7th defensive touchdown of the season for Louisiana Tech.
And the chaos of this Louisiana Tech defense shows up when it matters most.
Handoff up the middle and a lot of running room. And still going. That's Lincoln Parry. Perry is in the end zone. And no flags this time.
Top of the table in almost every major defensive category in the conference. Loftus wanting to go deep, now airs it out, spins it toward the goal line, and it is brought in. Touchdown! Javen Nicholas. Another prodigious grab by the LSU transfer.
3rd and 6 for the Cardinals. Watson leaves the backfield. Moss steps up in the pocket, throws middle, and it's caught. A turn upfield inside the 20. Colin Lacey inside the 10. Big play. Tunnel screen. And then Upshaw. The freshman gets loose down the sideline. There's the chunk play the Miami offense needed.
As Minicucci drops back. Middle of the field, high and snagged by Kyrie Duplessis.
There was a big collision.
Play action. Deep heave again. He's got a man open. Jump ball making the grab. First down, Weber State. Marvin Session, a do-it-all guy, reaching for the sky to haul it in.
And Bowling Green before Kitley went to Texas Tech. Play clock running down here. Gets it off. Gonna take a deep shot. Far sideline. Messer's all by himself. Touchdown, Owls. That's the connection all season long. 44 yards. FAU with the deep strike.
Hayat to the air. Wide open Hendricks. Did he get it? Touchdown. What a catch by Corbin Hendricks. I think that was one-handed.
Shuffled up that O-line like he talked about, AJ. They've just been trying to get some more push up front in the run game and a little more protection for Velkamp to go down the field.
Quickly on 3rd and 8, outside, complete, first down. Platt has more. Plowed down the sideline. It's going to score. Jay-Sean Platt, 48 yards. Owls extend the lead.
2 more chances to get that 6th win and get bowl eligible. At Missouri next week, then a bye, then Ole Miss in the Egg Bowl. As Taylor throws it deep, and it's caught inside the 10. Brennan Thompson all the way down to the 2-yard line.
On first down, Reno to pass. Pumps, now fires it deep down the near side, looking for Nico Brown. Diving catch, and Brown holds it in.
What a catch by Nico Brown. Usually a good deal. 3rd straight drive, it's no Braylon Braxton. Instead, Landry Liddy. Screen! They could go the distance! Elijah Metcalf screaming towards the end zone. 76 yards. Bye-bye.
Three-man rush. Morton, time to scan and launch. And threw it up, and the catch is made by Coy Aiken. Came back to the football. That ball got caught up in the wind, perhaps. Coming off his worst game of the season. Off play action. Another deep shot. That's caught. It's a Tulane touchdown. No flags on the field. Anthony Brown-Stevens. This Tulane offense had been waiting to wake up and hit some explosive plays.
Reverse. McCown gonna throw. And it looked as if the tight end stepped out of bounds. That's Overmeyer, who's in for a touchdown. Now this call is gonna be interesting. Did he go out on his own or was he forced out?
And all of his defensive players punch the ball out, do whatever you can to create some momentum on that side.
Second down and very long. Thank you, Stormy. Lots of good info there. Now, exactly what Stormy was talking about. Zeke Massis intercepts Miller Moss.
Still plenty of time left. Down 17 with the football for New Mexico State. Five looking deep, and it is picked off. It was intended for Donovan Fappel, intercepted by the linebacker who's plowing through the Aggie defense. That is Taiwan Christopher, who had a forced fumble last time out against UTEP. He continues to play well.
52 seconds, no timeouts for Alabama. Highburn applied pressure, deep throw! Brooks runs under it. Lost the ball, but he was down. He got behind P.J. Woodland for a 53-yard gain.
Reverse is going to come to Sparks. He's got a convoy as he cuts it up the middle,
Oh,
still
he's
going.
gone.
He's going to split the difference and take it all the way in for a touchdown. 49 yards for Bo Sparks on the carry.
And Diego pumps and takes off and gets a first down and outraces the defense and past midfield. My goodness.
Nate Reed got him an opportunity with an onside kick, and now for the lead. Nate Reed bangs it through.
Locklear taking a shot down the field, and he's got a man. It's Wandame Davis. Skylar Locklear showing off the arm. 39-yard completion, and the Miners, just like that, are in the red zone.
Didn't get a number on the face mask offender, but handoff up the middle. Anthony Carey, he breaks free, cuts back. Anthony Carey pouring it on.
The first 3 and out for A&M today. It's a fake. They are faking it, and they've got it. And would you look at this? Dalton Brooks, who had the big play before halftime, with a run on a fake punt, and he absolutely gashes Mizzou.
Dijon Stanley still the running back. Quick toss to Stanley, who finds a hole, cuts it upfield. Touchdown, Dijon Stanley. His first career rushing touchdown.
Well, if there was ever a time that he should let himself be noted, it's now. And so what a great job there.
That shot went over his shoulder. Third down, interception tossed. Keontae Scott looking for the pylon. It's a pick six. And a pose.
You're going to see it here. It's a cover 2 look. They're going to drop a safety down, drop him out, and they're just going to play 4 under 3 deep. And you're going to see Keontae Scott right down the hatches, backing straight up. They're trying to hit Darrell Gill Jr. on that in cut. He never sees Keontae Scott just sitting there right in the throwing window. He just has to
conversion on 3rd and 10 for Charlotte. Into Pirate territory with 1:49 on the clock. Loftus looking for Brown again, finds him behind the defense to the 5, stretches for the pylon, and he's going to be marked out at the 1.
A.J. Allen behind Hayes. Allen gets the football, submarining forward, lost the football, scooped up, and no one is in front of FAU. Demarius McGee might go the distance here. scoop and score, FAU.
What you can't afford is to turn the football over here. Try to pick up some yards and play field position.
And there's the line of scrimmage throw that goes to Simmons. Simmons is free. And he's into Vanderbilt territory with an Auburn first down.
Tay McMillan at that running back spot, and this is McMillan. He'll bounce outside. Dante McMillan outside the numbers with speed. Belted out of bounds inside right at the 10-yard line. But how about that burst? So we see 3 strong, powerful runs from
70 catches on the year. You see why. This is for 2 yards right up the middle. This is going to go a lot more. 2 yards somehow escaping. Shields Dutton to the 10 before being wrapped up. That play looked dead. Shields Dutton had other ideas.
What an effort.
Lamson, the handoff. Julius Davis. Look at that dude go! No one will catch him. Julius Davis all the way for 6.
Whammy! Wow! You talk about opening up a game, Ben. That was a great job by his offensive line, getting it blocked up.
A load at running back. They like to give him the football in short yardage situations.
Instead, Stockton stepping up, throwing complete, and it's Thomas who's free. Breaks a tackle inside the 30. Thomas cutting it back again. Another Georgia touchdown.
Gunnar Stockton works back up the field, finds his wide receiver over the middle, and it's poor tackling and all Noah Thomas in the open field. The floodgates have opened up here in Stark.
Sit back there knowing you're going to take a hit on a blitz.
Pizio taking a shot deep down the middle, and he has his man for the catch. Deep inside Penn territory, and a juggling snag made by T.J. Hamilton, the big sophomore.
Helps make it go. And here's that tempo. Braxton, great protection downfield. Open. Catch is made by Elijah Metcalf.
And letting you know that, hey, it's still there if we need to get to it.
It's a pistol wishbone. Retzlaff keeps it. And he's got a blocker in front of him. Reed clears the path for a touchdown.
And he is literally dragging his leg that we saw Drew Watts twist.
Start of the 4th quarter. It's 2nd and 5 for the Bears. And coming through and taking off. We've got liftoff, ladies and gentlemen. Randall Naughton in for the touchdown. 67-yard sprint.
Out of the pistol with Daniel Hill, the running back, from the 4-yard line. Straight ahead to the goal line. No signal yet. Now a touchdown.
Pavi able to capitalize to pick up those yards.
Now Alexander to the goal line and in.
Replay. Pazanski over the middle, caught, touchdown. Alex Perry's 2nd touchdown catch tonight. And Cool Joe Pazanski trying to send the Panthers back to South Beach with a dub.
Quickly into space, Concepcion, blockers in front, and here he goes. KC says TD. A 48-yard touchdown by KC Concepcion.
He hasn't had to throw it deep down the field very often. When you've got playmakers like this on the perimeter, like Concepcion, this guy's a dangerous punt returner. That now his 10th touchdown of the season. 3rd and goal, 11th play of the drive. Flowers to the end zone, caught, the extension is gone. Tyler Little reaches out, reaches in, and Arkansas State is right back in the thick of it.
Down by 16, you wonder, it's 4-down territory. Del Rio Wilson wants to throw it into traffic. And across the goal line is Tracy Stevens.
Alex Mortensen and company. Second down, they play fake it to Beebe. Again, Burton stumbled, takes a shot toward the end zone, caught for the touchdown. It's Iverson Hooks. 26 yards.
But they have a 10-point lead here late in the second, looking to add to it. Blitz coming, Stockton finds Branch on the perimeter, and he's heading for the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
Draw it up, dial it up, and then you got an extra 25 yards of room to work with.
Out of a 2-minute timeout, a flip hits Cam Anthony. Touchdown, Ball State! Cards take the lead.
They need the 18-yard line for a first down. Finn going for the end zone, and there is Perry. Right on cue. Touchdown, Miami.
And they'll get everything that they want.
Down the sideline. Touchdown.
Just an easy read. Here you got about 900 pounds coming at you. If you're a perimeter player, if you're Devin Grant first.
In those first couple of games, but a lot of that had to do with an injury. First and 10. Winfield will roll back the other way. Now he's going to throw wide open to tight end. Welcome back to the lineup, Caden Jensen. He's got his first touchdown in a Cajun uniform.
It's Edwards in at running back. Collier over the middle, has a man. English in for a second time tonight. Touchdown, Shauna clears.
Some valuable opportunities coming up here on the horizon.
Here's Hardy. Look at Hardy. Ahmad Hardy into the end zone. And with his recent runs, over 1,000 yards rushing this season, back-to-back seasons, a 45-yard touchdown by Hardy.
Zach White, the big tight end in motion. Handoff to Phillips. They caught him off guard. Here goes Phillips. Still on his feet. Inside the 5. Touchdown! Unbelievable from L.J. Phillips.
That's a huge play on 4th and 1. Play fake here. Gibson to the corner. Messer. You bet. Oh, Gibson comes in and drives right down the field. Messer another TD. But how about the backup quarterback showing some moxie?
Zach Gibson, I love it. Putting it where only.
These people don't give a shit.
Who's giving them the business?
All the man is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. He's got it. Goes Davis. Oh my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. It's going to win the field. It's going to be to the goal line. It's going to be gone. It's a touchdown. And the Gators have won the game.
To the 40, Herman Whitfield to the 30, to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown FSU.
Rob is meeting Thomas Massey in Navarre, Florida, which is pretty cool, if you guys know who that is. We probably got some Jew haters in the crowd tonight, so some of you probably know who Thomas Massey is. And Justin was out doing radio broadcaster things. We moved down to Rob's level. He was out doing is my mic not on?
There we go. How's that? Thank you. Okay. Testing. All right. College football, week 11. Rob meeting Thomas Massey. Justin doing radio broadcaster things, getting in town late. I was the only one available. Didn't want to miss it 2 weeks in a row, so this is what you get. A Logan Brown solo episode. I got 2 zins in my mouth. I'm ready to rip. There's no drama really going on in the college football sphere. I don't know. I go on Twitter and stuff, but this week, I mean, it's kind of boring. I feel like every team kind of knows where they're at in the season, what their ceiling is, what they're trying to do. Let's just start going over some of these games. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. Look at that. Gotta love it. And because this is a Logan Brown produced episode, let's get back up a little bit. Because this is a Logan Brown produced episode, we're going to be using the Real Sports app. If you're not using the Real Sports app, I'm about to make your life better. Stop using ESPN. We're going to use this today, and you'll see. You'll just see. It's a better app, especially for live sports, but even for going back and looking at the stats, I feel like they do a better job. All right. Tuesday, bunch of who cares. Wednesday, bunch of who cares. Ball State's nice to see them doing nice. I had a pretty good dynasty with them one time. Another who cares. I mean, USF, they get another win, another conference win. I think they're still the most likely to make the playoffs as a group of 5 team. But yeah, I mean, they've been putting up a lot of points on most of those American teams. Next, Friday, Tulane beats Memphis to keep the American League nice, or American Conference nice and competitive. Houston barely beats UCF. They've got kind of a fraudulent good record. They're 8-2. Okay, it was better. They were undefeated for a while, but it was kind of sketchy. I mean, Austin, Rice, Colorado, that was a good win. Oregon State, they barely edged that out. I remember listening to that at like 1:30 a.m. in the overtime. Texas Tech, they got stomped by. They beat OK State. Who cares? They beat Arizona. That's another Big 12. That was a big toss-up game. Beating Arizona State is pretty. I mean, that's like their best win, I guess, right? And yeah, and then to lose by 10 to West Virginia. Give up 45 to West Virginia at home. And then barely beat UCF. I don't know. I thought they were a Big 12 contender for a second, but I think they just got an easy schedule. And then USC does what they should do against Northwestern. One of the Big Ten's smack-around schools. And then we get into Saturday. We'll start with LSU, Alabama. I'm an LSU fan, so we'll start there. This is a Logan Brown episode. Yeah, I mean, I feel like my whole life, Alabama's just been stomping LSU. And then there's been like 3 times where, hang on, I need to drink my piss. There's been a couple times where LSU has eked out a win, but that actually makes this rivalry very fun. I've seen very few wins over Alabama, but it's always very exciting, especially living in this area. A lot of Bama fans, a lot of hoopla about the Tide. But yeah, I head coach, the interim coach. At first, I was like, yeah, he could be the guy. I don't think so anymore. Just he seemed very passive. The play calling wasn't like significantly different. I don't know, which I don't know what you could ask for. I don't know, whatever. We definitely need to make a good hire with good staff. I wasn't blown away. He was kind of just standing there the whole time. There was like one time where he was yelling at a ref, but I don't know. I feel like in the SEC, or really at any high level of college football, you want to see your coach really like getting passionate, especially towards the ref. He didn't yell at the ref a single time. It's like if you look at all of the successful coaches, they're giving it to the ref, even if that doesn't do anything. I don't know. LSU, the defense looked great. I mean, we didn't give up points until we had to, just because the offense couldn't do a single thing. Michael Van Buren, Nussmeier. Why did he get benched? I thought he like got hurt. Maybe it was concussion protocol. But from everything I've been reading now, seems like they just benched him. Don't know why. Probably because he's ass. I liked it. They benched him. I got excited. Finally get to see Michael Van Buren play in something. I mean, it was still meaningful at that point. We were only down by 8 at one point when we put in Van Buren. It's like 17-9. And he played well. I don't think that's like a crazy thing. He played very well. I think it was obvious to everyone that if he was playing the whole time, I think we would have had a better shot. I don't want to say he would have got the win. He still couldn't score a touchdown, but he played great from what I could tell. I'm not the expert, but ball moved farther when the black guy was playing quarterback. So I don't know if that says anything. Maybe he should keep getting the starts. I know that's crazy because it's like Nussmeier was being talked about as the number 2 possible first quarterback being drafted. Now he's like probably not a draft pick, I guess. I don't even know. Maybe more will come out about his health, and maybe that'll actually work to his advantage. Because if more comes out about his health and if he's actually been healthy, then I don't know. I don't think that bodes well for his draft stock. But if he's actually been hurt, then who knows? I'm trying to look at this chat. How do I see it? But yeah, anyway, I think Van Buren should continue to get the start. Hawaii stomps San Diego State. Let's talk about this game. Just kidding. Who cares? Sam Houston over Oregon State. UNLV beats the tar out of Colorado State. Nebraska, another Big Ten win. It's probably not in the playoff hunt just because the Big Ten, you're going to have to compete with kind of a 3-headed monster right now. UCLA gets stopped again. It'll be interesting to see what their record is overall. Probably going to go lose to Ohio State. So bowl game is out. Bowl game's pretty much out of the realm of possibility for them. They had their fun in October. It got exciting. Three straight nice wins, but I don't see them winning another game on the schedule. It was cool while it lasted. Maybe next year they make a bowl game, do something exciting. Nebraska, 7-3, 8th in the Big Ten. Get him next season, Matt Rule. Matt Rule has a podcast called House Rules. Very good. Very good podcast. I highly recommend. Kentucky walks all over Florida. Sorry, Rob. Sorry, Justin. That was a sad game to watch. I didn't even watch it. I was like, what time was that game? Was that a later game? I feel like I was falling asleep. No, it was the same time as the LSU game. That's why. Yeah, I was barely watching that game. I just kind of remember glancing over, and I saw, like, when did I see it? 7-3 at the end of the first. Okay, so I must have caught it at halftime. I was like, what the hell is going on? They scored 21 points in the second quarter. And then it was just kind of lights out from there. Yeah, that's a dominant win for SEC play. I mean, you rarely see – that's like an old-school Vanderbilt win. Playing against Vanderbilt, I mean. Yeah, but I mean, both of these teams, they're kind of done. Like, no SEC championship, no playoffs. They're just going to try to ruin other people's season at this point. Who cares? This game was – I wish this was a good game. I wish this rivalry could be good, but it just for obvious reasons it can't. But yeah, Navy undefeated for seven weeks, and then yeah, North Texas, tough team to beat. This is a crazy game. This game was crazy to me because can you imagine like 5 years ago me telling you that this game would be completely meaningless to anybody for any reason unless you're a fan of these two teams? Clemson's 4-5. They beat Florida State and they're still under 500. I mean, good night. I don't even have anything to say about that. And then FSU also 4-5 now with the loss. 15th in the ACC and 10th in the ACC. That's tough, dude. FSU's like, I think they're 1-11 in their last 12 ACC games. It's just sad, man. I mean, how does that even happen? With their level of talent, I feel like I could be the coach and at least go 500 in the ACC. I don't know. Feel free to call in. I got my number down here at the banner at the bottom on the ticker. This is a real casual episode. We're just chatting, man. We're just hanging out. I don't know if anyone's watching, but we're doing it, dude. Wake Forest beats Virginia. Wake Forest is a fun team this year. What's their record in the ACC? Let's look at the ACC. 3-3. Nah. But we got 5 teams with 1 loss in the ACC. What do we make of that, guys? While we're here, let's make some predictions. Let's look at the Jackets calendar. Boston College, Pitt, and Georgia. Boston College and Pitt. I think Georgia Tech's probably going to be in the ACC championship. That's probably safe. Duke is dangerous. Duke is still very dangerous. I know they just lost to UConn. But they're liable to smack you in the mouth as well. Darren Mensah, hell of a quarterback. Mustangs, who do they got coming up? Louisville and SMU? That's tough. Or Louisville and SMU. They're SMU. Cal. Cal's not tough. Pitt, Pitt sneakily stayed close to the top of the conference. I don't know what to make of it. They got Notre Dame coming up. Well, that's not a conference game, so who cares? You can lose that all day. But you got Georgia Tech and Miami. Yeah, I don't know about that. Virginia. They haven't lost. Well, they lost this week. Okay, well, I take it back. Who they got coming up? It's really going to come down to this game. I think it's whoever wins Duke and Virginia, it's going to be one of those two teams against Virginia Tech in the ACC championship, which is crazy. Or Louisville. Louisville already played Miami. Let's look at them. They just lost to Cal. Okay. Come on, guys. Nah. Come on, guys. I didn't even know they lost to Cal. I did not see that game. In overtime. Jeez. Miller Moss, no touchdowns. Interception. Rushing touchdown, but no, you got to throw a touchdown, dude. 26 points, you didn't have a single passing touchdown. You beat Miami. Who cares? Who cares? Unk beats Stanford. Oh, Unk. 4-5. Can they make a bowl game? They could do it. They could beat Wake Forest, Duke, or NC. They could win 2 of those 3. Hell, they could win all 3. They won't. They could win. They could win 2 though. We got Washington losing to Wisconsin. Holy shit. Guys, I should have prepped better for this. I just watched what I watched and then walked in here. Oh my gosh. That sucks for Washington. You can't lose to Wisconsin, dude. I guess this is Wisconsin's 1 week where it all came together. But oh my gosh, man. Wow. What a sad score, too. 13-10. Vanderbilt. That was a good game. That was a close game. I was rooting against Vandy just because fuck them. I like chaos. I want to see craziness in the SEC. Let's go and check out the SEC standings. I think we can go ahead and lock in the SEC championship, if I'm being honest. Alabama, A&M. Who are either of these teams going to lose to in the SEC, dude? I mean, that'll be a good game. That might be a good game. I mean, it's at Texas. Arch has played decent at home. That'll be a tough one for them. But Bama, dude, I think Bama's going to roll out. Oh, obviously the Iron Bowl and Oklahoma. Oklahoma could... I don't know, dude. I don't see Oklahoma being a challenge for Alabama. But I guess we'll get to that. Yeah, it's probably Alabama A&M, guys. Which is fine. Coastal putting up 40 on Georgia State. Love it. Who cares? Talked about this a second ago. Duke loses to UConn at UConn. In my UConn rebuild, I lost this game, guys. But UConn did not. Real life UConn did not. 34-37. They beat them by 3. Doesn't matter. They still beat them. I was watching this game live. I was really pulling for UConn hard just because of the dynasty. What can I say? I love my small schools. I'm not sure why Duke lost. I really don't. I think this was more about UConn just offensively putting on a show. Joey Fagiano. 3 passing touchdowns, 300 yards, 27-39, no interceptions, 51 rushing yards, and that's getting sacked twice. Fuck out of here. Joey Fagnano, legacy game. UConn's going to a bowl game. They're an independent. Because they might be going to their conference championship. They're playing Air Force and they're playing FAU. UConn, let's win out. Let's win out. Oh, I didn't mean to click this far. All right. Spit out my Zins. Jump back in. Indiana State goes to TCU. Seals a win by 3 points. This was a good game. Wasn't there punt return. Gotta love it. That was crazy to watch. Game-winning punt return nonetheless. Anyways, Kansas goes to Arizona, falls by 4 points. I did not watch this game. Kind of a who cares. Kind of a who careser. Let's look at the Big 12. We're just doing all the conferences. Fuck it. Red Raiders, probably a shoe-in to go to the conference championship. Probably not going to fall again in the Big 12. Feels like it was not a fluke when they did, but I feel like they would win that game again if they played probably 7 or 8 times out of 10. Cincinnati, they've been playing well. Who do they got coming up? They could sneak into this conference championship. BYU and TCU. All right, well, this will probably determine it. BYU and Cincinnati. That's a big game. It's going to determine who plays the Red Raiders. Probably what that game means. All right. A&M rolls over Missouri. Sad to see Missouri kind of fall. You know, they were looking great, but the SEC is tough, man. They're not that great. 18-16, Oregon beats Iowa. Man, oh man, this was a great game to watch. I love Iowa football. Everyone who plays against me in college football 26 knows that I love Iowa football. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. I'm going to chew the clock. I love this team, and it was so sad to watch Oregon get into field goal range and kick that game-winning field goal. Real bummer. But Iowa played great up until time to play defense, and they just couldn't do it. But it's Oregon. What the fuck are you going to do? Yeah. Oh, Oregon. Now let's check out the Big Ten. Yeah, Indiana, Ohio State. Neither of those teams are probably going to lose again, which is going to make it pretty impossible for anyone else to be in the Big Ten championship, which this is the Big Ten championship that everyone wants, you know. Indiana, Wisconsin comes to the house, and then they go to Purdue. I'd bet a lot of money on both of those games. And then Iowa State, what do they got coming up? They got UCLA, Rutgers, and Michigan. Oh, that dreadful Michigan game. They're probably gonna they're gonna beat UCLA. They're gonna beat Rutgers at home, right? But we know that Ohio State, especially, I'm blanking on his name because I'm retarded, and it's impossible for me to think and continue to talk at the same time. But their coach right now, Ryan Day. We know that they have a bit of a Michigan problem. So let's say they take a loss. Michigan could be in the... If Michigan beats Northwestern, which they probably will, and they go to Maryland and win, which they probably will, and then they beat Ohio State, which, given the recent data, they probably will. I don't want to say that. You can't say they probably will. This is a crazy game. But it's not impossible. Surely it's not impossible. I mean, dude. Michigan has been quietly winning games. I don't know. And if Michigan loses and these teams stay strong, I mean, I don't know, dude. It could be interesting if Ohio State drops that game. Could make things a little crazy. Syracuse loses 10-38 to Miami. Miami covered 23.5. Thank you for my money. FAU stomps Tulsa. Who cares? Delaware with the nail-biter win over Louisiana Tech. Who cares? I mean, kind of. Nah, who cares, bro? Rice and Birmingham. They beat them by a touchdown. Who cares? Eastern Michigan beats Bowling Green. Who cares? Ohio State rolls over Purdue 34-10 in dominant fashion. Who saw it coming? Julian Sainz looking great, dude. I guess not this game. Look at me go. I'm just a blunderer of a podcaster. No, I mean, 300 yards is 300 yards. With only 88 yards after the catch. So they're not just dinking screens. I mean, he's actually throwing the ball. Pretty cool. 9 yards average pass. Yeah, so they were just airing it out on him, dude. Did throw a pick. But looks like they were really airing it out. It was late in the game. They were fucking around. Ole Miss stomps Citadel. When are they going to stop playing Citadel? They always play Citadel late in the season. It's annoying. Georgia rolls over Mississippi State. I want to say it was a good game for a little bit, right? No. First quarter it was. And they opened up on them in the second. SMU beats the snot out of Boston College 45-13. They're still in the hunt. SMU is still in the hunt. Southern Mississippi beats Arkansas State by 6 points. And shout out, let me find him. I know you're listening. He's not. This is my little cousin. Shout out Creighton Wilbanks. Bro's been killing it. This game, just bragging on my cousin. Yeah, I know this guy. No big deal. 52-yarder, 32-yarder. Missed a 48. It was a bad hold. I saw it. 52-yarder, man. That's pretty good. Shout out to Creighton. He hit 2 of them in this game. 1 for 37, 1 for 28. 3 for 3 in the extra points. True freshman. Kid's a killer. Anyways. I did it again. I backed up too far. Indiana barely beats Penn State. What a game. You thought it was going to be the one, the one that got away for Indiana this season. Probably looking ahead to the end, thinking they're going to win out, thinking it was going to be easy. And it looked like all hope was gone. And then the craziest touchdown. I would try to pull it up, but I'm not as comfortable with the computer as Rob. So you're not getting any videos today. Sorry, guys. It's probably why there's 5 viewers across like 7 different platforms. We're averaging 0.8 viewers per platform. It's pretty good. That touchdown, if you haven't seen it, then you're probably not listening to this podcast. Not a big college football fan if you haven't seen that touchdown. That would have been a touchdown in the NFL, too. That's the craziest thing. Seven-yard toe tap game-winning touchdown touch. Double toe tap. 10 toes down. Yeah, one of the greatest comment there. That is one of the best toe taps I've seen in my lifetime. Yeah, one of the greatest college football catches ever. Maybe football catches, period. Good night. That was nuts. Would have been cool for Penn State to win this game. Wouldn't have really done anything. Who cares? Would have sucked for Indiana to lose this game. Then the Big Ten championship would be kind of up in the air. Probably still make the playoffs, but still. And then, what's his name? What's homeboy's name? Fernando Mendoza. Bro's a killer. He had a pretty average game, obviously until the end when it was time to win it all. But his interview after the game, like immediately following the game, every time this guy speaks, I hate him so much because he's so perfect. He's a perfect quarterback. He's handsome. He's incredibly handsome. He speaks so eloquently. He has the oration skills of Adolf Hitler. This guy can speak. Oh my gosh. He's got a long career, if not in the NFL, as a broadcaster. Because oh wow, he's so respectful. I hate him. I want to be him. Texas Tech rolls over BYU. Fuck the Mormons. Always bet against the Mormons. Fuck Joseph Smith. False prophet. Blasphemer. Felon. Anyway. Yeah, BYU just looked like they had nothing to give the Texas Tech defense. It was a sad showing for the Mormons, which made me happy because I hate them. But yeah, no, they didn't do anything. I think they scored. Yeah, they scored a nothing burger touchdown right at the end. You really, really sad. Really hate to see it. Morton had a, game left a little bit to be desired. -47 rushing yards, 4 sacks. You could blame the O-line, but I find that hard with their level of talent against BYU's pass rush. West Virginia beats Colorado 22-29. Oh, we're down to 3 viewers now. That's good. 22-29. Who cares? Doesn't mean anything for the Big 12. All right, guys. Let's get into the next week. And I'm going to pull up my phone. I'm going to pull up Hard Rock Bets. And I'm going to lock in real life, my lock in on the pod. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Tuesday. Who cares? I don't know how to work this machine over here, so I'm gonna do all of the effects with my own voice. Wednesday. Who cares? Thursday. Who cares? Friday. All right. Clemson goes to Louisville. Louisville needs to win this game. Don't know what it'll do for them. They're ranked 15. So they might be able to sneak into the playoffs as a non-conference champ team. Probably not. Probably not. But maybe. Ranked 15 is not bad. Louisville by 3.5. I'll take Louisville with the points here. I'm not going to lock it because it's a first game we talk about. That's tacky. But I do kind of actually like it a lot. And I might lock it in. I might come back to it. Also, we got Minnesota going to Oregon. Minnesota, solid football team. If Oregon wants to dick around like they have been, they might fuck around and lose that game. What's the spread? Oregon by 24.5. Don't love it. It's a lot of points. They haven't been doing well lately. Arkansas goes to LSU. I think LSU wins this game just because of the pure talent difference. And we're at home. We've had a little bit more time to get situated with the interim. I think LSU wins. 4.5, probably a good line. Probably going to be a retarded score. It's probably going to be like 18-25. Something where you're just like, what? And it's like, yeah, it was an ugly game. It was an ugly game. USF goes to Navy. This could be fun. Don't know if it could be that meaningful for Navy because I don't think they can make the American Championship. Oh, I'm retarded. Okay. I thought they had 2 losses in the conference. Well, never mind then. Also, Eastern Carolina is just hanging in there. We'll look at them in a second. Okay, so this is a big game. A huge game, actually. Number 1 and number 2 in the American. And Navy's on a 2-game losing streak. They're coming home. They just played Notre Dame. They're probably ready to get a win. I think I'm staying away from this game as far as the spread goes and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Guys. Who's favored? USF by 10.5. That's tough. That's tough. Sorry, I'm trying to get the zoom right. South Carolina at Texas A&M. Texas A&M by 19.5. I don't know, guys. Give me the Texas A&M to cover 19.5. Come on. South Carolina is tragic. They can't get anything together. Eastern Michigan goes to Ball State. Okay, I can't keep just doing that. Wisconsin goes to Indiana. Yeah, I think Indiana, clean win here. They got a nice little scare last week. They know not to overlook the bottom feeders of their conference anymore because it was almost a brutal mistake. Arizona goes to Cincy. Cincy really needs this win to stay in the hunt for the Big 12 championship. It's going to be a big game for them. Big game for the Big 12. Cincy by 6.5. I like it. I think they win by a solid touchdown. Probably more. But not locking that. Notre Dame goes to Pitt. Doesn't really mean much. Obviously, every game here on out means a lot for Notre Dame if they want to be a playoff team. If they lose again, absolutely no way they can be in the playoffs. Pitt doesn't really matter. Only way they're making the playoffs at this point is if they win the ACC championship. Maybe they can win out, make the championship, lose the championship, and make the playoffs, but I doubt it. Give me Notre Dame to cover. And you know what? I'm going to lock it in. Give me Notre Dame to cover and lock it in. Hey, you know what? How about you give me Notre Dame to cover and you lock it in? Where is it? It's not on my phone. You know what? Give me Notre Dame to cover. Gong, 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 gong. That's the lock sound that I did with my mouth. Michigan goes to Northwestern. They need to win to stay in the hunt for the Big Twin playoff spot. By 11.5, I think they do it. Yeah, I think they do it. Not locking it, though. Let's see here. West Virginia goes to Arizona State. They're both kind of dead in the water. UNT at UAB. North Texas obviously needs to win this game to continue to hunt for the American Conference Championship spot. They are favored by 18.5. Now, they're known to score points. They're known to cover, but at the same time, that's a lot of points, guys. So I don't know where you want to go on that. But if I had to choose, I think they'd do it. Just knowing how they like to score on people. Oop! Did you guys hear that little fart? It was a cute little toot. It's getting late. I might start getting weird. Virginia goes to Duke. Oh, Duke. 5-4 and only one loss in the ACC. How funny. Please let a four-loss team into the playoff because you absolutely have to because they just find a way to win. But they can't. They could. Virginia comes to the house, and Duke is favored by 6.5. I like it, and I'm going to lock it. They just got beat by UConn. They're pissed, buddy. They're going to cover 6.5. That's all day they're going to cover that. I mean, what are we talking about here? Gong, gong, gong. That's a lock. UCF goes to Texas Tech. Texas Tech by 23.5. I don't know. When the spread is that high, it's like at that point, all that matters is do they want to cover? You know, like I'm not betting money on that. Who knows? But they will win. That's probably a given. NC State coming to Miami. NC State, this is another team. Given what we've seen Miami get spooked by, I wouldn't be surprised if NC State gives them a nice spook. 14.5 is a really good line for this because it might be a close game the whole time, and then Miami just barely gets that last touchdown to breathe with 2 minutes left. You know what I mean? Might be that kind of thing. I'm not touching that spread, but I do think Miami wins. Ooh, USA, Louisiana Monroe. This might be game of the week. We'll have to come back to this. Iowa at Southern California. This is kind of like the two opposite ends of the Big Ten, right? You got what's his fucking name? Jeez, this is what happens when I talk the whole time. I can't pull things out of my subconscious. Southern California's head coach. What is his name? Someone type it in the chat. There's no one watching. That's right. I forgot. But then you got them airing the ball out in classic their coach style. I sound like a retard. And then you got Iowa. I can't remember the name of their coach either. We're going full retard. And you never go full retard. But we're doing it. But yeah, these are the two polar opposites of the Big Ten. And you know what? I'm picking Iowa to win this just because I like them. We're going straight from the heart on this pick. Realistically, I do think they win. Just because USC, I feel like Iowa's going to drag USC into their into an Iowa style football game, and USC is just not going to be able to hang with that. Now, that being said, we did see USC play pretty physical against Michigan, but I don't know that I'm going to bet that happens again. So I like Iowa to cover this spread, and I'm going to lock it in. Gung, gung, gung. Iowa locked in. That's 3 legs locked, boys. Free 5-legger here. I've never picked a 5-legger that doesn't hit. Literally free 5-legger. Oklahoma goes to Tuscaloosa. This will be a good game. This will be a kind of a cool uniform matchup, maybe. Might look like a practice going on the field. But yeah, Alabama by 6.5. I like Alabama to cover, and I'm gonna lock them in 6.5. I mean, come on. Oklahoma's a good team. But Alabama, they're Alabama, dude, and they're back, and they never left, and they left for 1 week. They left for 1 week, and that's when. And it's only 5.5 on Hard Rock. So if you live in Florida, go ahead and put that in, guys. They left for 1 week, and that's the week they lost to Florida State. But before that and after that, they've been back. They're going to continue to be back. John Mateer just hasn't looked the same since his injury. And I think Alabama's defense is they're going to pounce on that like he's an injured gazelle. But it's going to be a great defensive battle. Georgia Tech goes to Boston College. Boston College is 1-9. Good Lord. Boston College is 1-9. And the only team they beat Fordham, and they lost to Michigan State, Stanford, California, Pitt, Clemson, UConn, Louisville, Notre Dame, SMU. They got kind of a tough schedule, I'm not going to lie. But still, it's like, and they haven't been getting blown out until recently. You can tell the wind is just out of their sails. That sucks, dude. Yeah, Georgia Tech's going to roll over Boston College. Man, who's their coach? Is it still, wasn't Bill O'Brien? Am I being retarded right now? Wasn't he their coach? It was some NFL guy. Yeah, Bill O'Brien. And it still is. Damn, dude. And, the thing is, he had a decent season, I feel like, last year. He just really let it all go to hell. Boston College probably gonna have an opening. Who they gonna hire? Lane Kiffin. Penn State goes to Michigan State. Yeah. Sad to say it, but it's almost a who cares game, guys. I mean, honestly. Penn State by 6.5. Give it to them. Book it. I think Penn State does win. And they probably cover. And I'm going to lock it in. I went from this is almost a who cares to locking on this game. Here's why. Because that spread is crazy. And I don't care who's coaching. I really don't care who's coaching that team. They're winning by more than a touchdown against Michigan State. Sorry, guys. I don't know what else you want me to say about that. Like, 6.5, really? I get that they're bad, but I don't know. They almost beat Indiana, dude. They're clearly rolling again on some kind of track. Not that they're as good as they were at one point in this season, but I mean, come on, dude. 6.5, get out of here. FAU goes to Tulane. Tulane needs to win this. 17.5. I don't like that. Tulane has not been winning games by 18 points a lot this season. And I don't think it starts with FAU. As funny as that sounds. I just don't. 17.5 with 3 weeks left to go in the season. Like, this team's not scoring 18 more points than FAU. They will win. and probably comfortably, but not 18. Do you guys appreciate that I didn't burp into the mic? You're welcome. Memphis goes to ECU, and ECU only has one loss in the American Conference. Put ECU in the playoffs, baby. I should rebuild ECU. That would be a fun one. That's a great brand. The Pirates. Not a lot of Pirates in college football. ECU is favored by a field goal. I don't like that. I do think Memphis probably wins this, and I would lock it if I didn't already have 5. But I don't feel like changing it. I already submitted it on Hard Rock. Yeah, I don't know enough to really break this game down, but that'll be interesting. I will be rooting for Eastern Carolina just because let's put them in the championship, and let's let them fuck around and win it, and let's let them get in the playoffs because that would be hilarious. Mexico goes to Tennessee. That's a weird one. Okay. Give me Tennessee by 39.5. I don't know about all that. Backups are probably going to come in and sell that spread. 39.5. You're crazy if you take that. That's wacky. That's a wacky spread. Jeez. Unk goes to Wake. Liberty goes to FIU. Who cares? Florida goes to the SIP. This is any man's game. But I do think, like, if I had to bet money, Mississippi State probably does cover 16.5. But also, this is still any man's game. I mean, it wouldn't be the most crazy win for Florida here. Like, that could happen. However, I don't think so, guys. This episode's Week 11 of College Football Extravaganza, brought to you by Zen. Tonight we're sucking on some 6 milligram smooths. That's my go-to flavor because I don't like all the minty stuff. I just like it chill. I just want the nicotine salt straight into my bloodstream. I don't need all that flavor and nonsense. I don't need that minty bullshit. I'm not a fag. He's a fag. Tony Soprano, anybody? I like to think Rob or Justin, they're like checking in to see how I'm doing while they have a second. And that's all they saw. I promise I haven't just been quoting The Sopranos the whole time. All right. Utah going to Baylor. Is Utah still in the hunt? No, because they lost to BYU and Texas Tech, huh? Who cares? Utah goes to Baylor. I think Utah does get the win, and I think they probably do cover. It's been a bummer to watch Baylor not be able to really do anything special under Dave Aranda. I really like Dave Aranda. I wish he just stayed. Well, Brian Kelly would have fired him. Oh, man. Virginia Tech at FSU. I mean, what do you want me to say about the Noles at this point? I know we try to cover the Gators and the Noles on this podcast, but what do you want me to say about the Seminoles at this point? Or Virginia Tech? Both of these teams need a new head coach. I mean, I don't know, dude. FSU by 13.5? Fuck no. Who in their right mind would put money on that? This team lost to Pitt at home. This team, I guess Pitt's doing fine, but still, it's like, what? This team went to Virginia and lost in multiple overtimes. This team went to Stanford and lost in the middle of the night. And you're going to say, you're going to put money on the fact that you think they could beat Virginia Tech by 14 points? What are you, some kind of retard? I wouldn't take the under either, though, because it's like, well, you're going to feel equally stupid. I don't know. That's a weird one. I'm spinning out at this point, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry to the 4 viewers in the chat. Texas at Georgia. This is probably game of the week, but I didn't save it for the end because I'm not a professional. You guys need to beg for Justin to come back if you want a real professional. Or call in and tell me I suck. Number at the bottom of the screen. That's my personal phone number. You can do paper terrorism on me with that. That is my cell phone. If there's any whores that listen to this show, my girlfriend just dumped me, so use that number. Text me. Send me pictures of your boobs and vaginas. I'm a straight man that loves boobs and vaginas. I'm not gay. Do not send me any dick pics on that number. I will not respond with coordinates where I will suck you off. Do not solicit me for gay sex with this phone number. 850-450-2423. Do not solicit me for gay sex. Texas at Georgia. Arch has been playing good recently. We all know I'm an Arch hater, but he's actually been playing pretty good recently. I guess not against who was it? Mississippi State or whatever. That was kind of a bummer. Kentucky. But I feel like against Vandy, he did pretty damn good. I can't be mad at the kid. $25 for 33, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 1 carry, 4 rushing yards, no sacks. This kid's got me feeling like John Gruden. I love this guy. I don't, but got to give credit where credit's due. He's been killing it, and he might go into Athens and have a game that makes us all forget about the narrative that's been growing around him this season. I could see it. If the defense shows up, if the other skill positions show up, Arch could come in and have the kind of game that reignites the media hype, whether he deserves it or not. Now, then again, Georgia's Georgia. What is that? Did I just get a message? I just heard a notification that I haven't heard on this screen, on this computer yet. It's probably nothing. Probably an intruder. It's probably the ring. Oh, shit, I missed the start. If you were talking to Rob, he is not one on screen. Yeah, no, he's not here. That was 29 minutes ago. Dang, I just now figured out how to read the comments. But what up, guys? Best viewer stream. Oh, come on. We got bots. We'll leave them. We need the viewers. Georgia's still Georgia. That's what I was going to say. I mean, Georgia's still Georgia, man. I mean, 6:30 in the evening, rolling into Athens. It's actually 7:30 there, I think. The defense has been playing great. Old Gunner. Gunner's been playing good. I can't be mad at it. 2 young QBs coming in to really, wow, they had almost identical stat lines their last games. Yeah, no, this will be good. Game of the week, battle of the 2 young quarterbacks that have both been taking a lot of shit all season, more than expected. UCLA goes to Ohio State. Ohio State probably going to be undefeated going into that Michigan game. I don't know what you want. I don't know. 31.5. Now that I don't know about. Ohio State might feel pressured to continue scoring because of UCLA's ability to move the ball. If UCLA actually does move the ball and score a lot, then they're probably not covering 31.5. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't see this being any sort of challenge. If Ohio State wants to cover 31.5, they'll cover. But if you're betting them to cover 31.5, at that point, you're just betting that they want to. That's kind of TCU goes to BYU. BYU could still make that conference championship, man. You know they're thinking about it. I bet they beat TCU. What's the spread? 6.5. They'll probably cover. I like that a lot. I could see myself locking that in if I didn't preemptively lock everything. TCU, they've had flashes, but ultimately I think BYU's shown that over the course of a 3-hour football game, they can just play better football the whole time. They didn't lose to Texas Tech because they kept throwing picks or something. They just didn't have – it looked like they just didn't have the talent, or they just got shut down on defense. They weren't necessarily turning it over a lot. They just couldn't move down the field to save their life. So I think BYU wins, and I think they do cover 6.5. But fuck Joseph Smith. Fuck the Mormons. And that's about it, guys. There's a couple sicko games at 9:30, but I mean, come on. Come on, guy. And I can't even see them now. We got Fresno, Wyoming, and Boise State, San Diego State. Who cares? If no one is going to chat or call in, I guess I'll wrap it up because these 3 viewers, 2 viewers on X and 1 on YouTube. Oh, now we got 4. 1 on Twitch. 1 on if the guy on Twitch donates $50 right now, I'll break Rob's computer. I'll sign off the podcast by breaking Rob's computer if the Twitch viewer sends me $50. I'll just fuck all this shit up and the stream will just end. All right, guys. How long did I do? Did like an hour. Did like an hour flat. What a sad episode. What a pathetic episode. Solo dolo with Logan. Probably exposed how little I actually know about college football. If this was a podcast where we just talk about masturbating and poo-poo and pee-pee, then I'd probably be great. But football, I'm not your guy, man. Eagles and Packers, we're in the second quarter now. Still no scores from either team. I'm probably going to go watch that. You guys should go watch that too. We got some basketball on. We got a lot of basketball on, guys. Wow, a lot of basketball. LSU's playing. LSU's basketball team's ass, but we are beating the University of New Orleans, so that's good. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. We did like 57 minutes. I'm sorry that the actual sports broadcasters weren't here to do the episode, but got to take what you can get. Follow me on Instagram, Logan Brown Comedy. Do not, and I'm going to say this again, do not save my number and make a Grindr account and put my address on there and tell big, strong men to come rape me in my home. Don't do that. I don't want that. All right, guys. Bye.